Good evening, groovy citizens, and happy Motivational Monday to each and every one of you. Listen, I hope your day has been fabulous. My day has been great. And if by chance you were able to, hopefully you were able to catch the solar eclipse that happened earlier today. I personally did not see it. However, I have seen some wonderful pictures that people have posted on social media and or text to me. So it was just absolutely beautiful. And so thank you for those of you that took the time to do that. Now, let's jump into today's video, y'all, because I need to figure out what I'm going to eat. Okay, a sister girl is getting a little hungry. So I'm going to get this video done.
Book update failed.
Thank you. I'm going to get this video done and then bid you all good day. So today I'm going to be talking about habits that will fix 90% of your problems. And this is based off of Marcus Aurelius's Stoicism. Okay, so let's delve into the timeless wisdom of Marcus Aurelius, who, in case you don't know, was one of the greatest Stoic philosophers of all time. Whether you're facing personal setbacks, professional obstacles, or seeking a more fulfilling life, these habits offer insight and actionable steps that can help you thrive in any circumstance. So let's dive right on in. Number one, it's important to control your hormones. Now I know you're thinking, Michelle, say what? Yes, it is important that you control your hormones. So this is important for your health and well-being as a whole. Your hormones control your mood as well as your as well as how you handle stress. So when your hormones are out of balance, it can be hard to lose or gain weight. Also, keep in mind our hormones affect how we feel and what we think, which means they control our moods, be it anxiety, sadness, happiness, anger, frustration, and the list can go on and on and on. So it is so important that you keep your hormones in check. Okay. Number two, exercising. Exercising not only affects how you look, but also how you feel and think. Exercise can help you deal with problems as well as reach your goals. Exercise produces endorphins that can make the most impossible problem or situation seem easy. I don't know about you all, but I have never, and when I say never, I mean never ever, had a time where I was dealing with something or I had to make a decision about something and I just was frustrated. I didn't know what to do. And I went to work out. I've never had a time that I did not leave that workout with a clear mind and able to come up with a solution, for whatever it was that I was dealing with. So I always say, if you're feeling stressed, go get a workout in. Not only is it going to help you reach whatever your fitness goals are, but it's also going to help you think so much clearer. And that is what you definitely need. Number three, flexibility and mobility. So stretching regularly will help you stay flexible and avoid getting hurt. Mobility will keep you from sitting around thinking and dwelling on your problems. Being mobile keeps you active and helps you think clear. Being flexible keeps you from getting hurt and or walking around with a sore and stiff body. So, and we all know that, but I did love the part about the mobility piece, because I don't know about you, but when I am moving around, I don't have as much time to think about things that are stressing me out because I'm too busy moving around doing other stuff, if that makes sense. But when you sit around doing nothing, oftentimes what happens is your mind is just thinking and it's constantly dwelling on whatever that issue is or whatever that problem is, or maybe it's a person, place, or thing. It doesn't really matter. But as long as you're sitting still doing nothing, your mind is constantly thinking about that thing, and it's going to cause you to stress about it. And I don't know about you, but I know for me, this sister girl right here, I'm trying my best not to stress about anything that I don't absolutely have to stress about. To be honest with you, I really don't have to stress about anything. None of us do. We just do. And that's a part of life. So get to moving, and you won't have time to worry about that person that you think might be cheating, or that person that you think might be whatever, you know what I mean? Because your mind is too focused on whatever it is that you're doing. Number 4, set priorities. Create your to-do list and then tackle everything on your list, starting with the most important thing. Take on each item one at a time so as not to overwhelm yourself. Make sure you always set attainable goals and be clear, open, and honest. Let me say that again. As you are setting your priorities, make sure they are clear, open, and honest with yourself. I'm sorry, make sure you are clear, open, and honest with yourself. Because when you're not clear, you're not open, and you're not honest with yourself, it just causes a big problem, okay? So, but when I say that, I was talking about doing those things so that you can be honest about what you can do and what you can't do. Let me put a pin right there, because too often, I was gonna crack my window because my neighbor's cutting the grass, but too often we're not clear, we're not open about what we want and or need, and we're not honest about being able to get the thing done. And we'll tell ourselves, oh yeah, we can do this, and you really can't. So just be honest. If somebody said, Michelle, I need you to put on your to-do list to cut the branches down on that tree right there, I can't do that. I could say, oh yeah, I can get that done. Well, I can't. Number one, I don't have a ladder big enough to get up there. Secondly, I don't even have the right tools needed to be able to cut the branches down. So why would I sit here and lie to myself and to you saying that I can get it done when I know I can't? Make sure each step on your list has a goal that you can actually reach. One of the things, I'm sorry, I'm gonna have to open up my sunroof because it is hot. One of the things that I think people get caught up with is putting things on their to-do list that they cannot actually do, or they put down goals that they cannot actually reach, and then they get frustrated and they decide, well, I'm not doing anything. Well, no, don't do that, because that's not going to fix anything. The problem is you. It's not whatever was on the list. It is you. You told yourself that you can do that, and you knew that you couldn't. Sometimes we don't know, but most times we do, okay? It's important to stay focused on the things that you need to do, all while staying in the moment. Because the minute you begin to drift back to the past or start to focus on the future, you immediately lose focus and sometimes control. So as you go about completing your to-do list, stay in the here and now. Because if you allow yourself to go back into time, your mind's going to say, you remember when you tried to do A, B, C, X, Y, Z and how that turned out? That was the past. This is now. So stay in the present moment. Don't get caught up too much in the future, because again, it throws you off balance, and then you begin to lose control because you're just all over the place. Number 5, create a goal that's bigger than you. Now, I know what you're saying. You said, but Michelle, you just said make sure it's obtainable. I did say that. But what I don't want you to do is go through life picking these itty bitty small goals that you know you can take care of just like that. I want you, excuse me, I should have brought me some water, to set a goal that is much bigger than you, that's going to force you to step out of your comfort zone and to do something different to be able to achieve it. Because here's the other thing. If you don't ever push yourself, you're never going to go but so far. So if I don't push myself, or I just push myself just enough, I'm only going to go here. But if I take and really push myself, I'm going to go from here to here, because I'm starting to think bigger. And that's what I want you all to do. So when you have a goal that is bigger than you, it will make you work morning, noon, and night on it. It will make you work harder than you've ever worked before. Think of the legacy that you're going to leave behind. What do you want people to remember about you? What difference do you want to make in the world? So asking yourself these questions can help you find your big goals. And once you know what they are, make sure you work hard every day to reach those goals. So again, when you have that big goal, and we all have had a time where we had a big goal that you could not just fart around with. I was going to say something else. We're going to go with that you couldn't fart around with. You had to tackle that goal and you had to stick with it because you had no other choice. So creating that big goal means that you are going to work. You have the ability and the capacity to tackle that goal, but sometimes we get lazy. That's why a lot of times people only push themselves so far. But you make that goal bigger than you, and you will work your big behind off to achieve it. Because number one, like I said, you want to leave behind a certain legacy, or you want people to see you in a certain way. Whatever the case may be, like I said, don't feel ashamed to stretch yourself a little further than you normally would. Number 6, motivation and resistance. So having a bigger goal will give you the drive and resistance you need to keep going when things get hard. So by working toward a bigger goal, you can leave a positive mark on the world. When you work towards a goal that's bigger than yourself, it means finding meaning and happiness in adding to something bigger and more important than your own goals. So this can also mean understanding that you are linked to everything around you. Let me put a pin right there. I don't think that oftentimes people truly understand that we are linked to everything around us. I'm gonna let that marinate in your spirit just a little bit, because when I read that, or when I heard it initially, I thought, wow, that's deep. But the reality is that we are linked to everything around us. And it means using your skills, your resources, and ability to make the world a better place. It's interesting that people always talk about wanting to make the world a better place, but they don't want to do anything to help get there. You ever meet people that they want better? They always want better. And when you ask them, okay, well, what are you going to do to help the world become a better place? Oh, no, that's not my thing. Or they don't want to do anything, but they want better. So what I'm saying to you is, by thinking bigger, you can help make this world a better place. Because all in all, the world is a great place. However, sometimes the people is what makes things worse. Not even gonna say sometimes, most times, okay, let me just say that. Most times it's the people, it's us, it's you, it's me. And I know you're thinking, but Michelle, what did I do? Well, when we don't do anything, we help contribute, we help, say that 3 times fast, we help contribute to the mess that goes on every day. Why? Because we didn't help, and we could have. Sometimes you have the resources. Sometimes you have the knowledge, but you don't want to get involved. You know how you ever hear people say, well, I think, we should do ABC, XYZ. And you go, okay, great. Can I put you down for, oh, no, don't put me down. I'm just throwing out some suggestions. Okay, I'm one of these people that I believe that if I ask for your input, case in point, at church, one of the things that we had to do for our counseling ministry is I had to reach out for those persons that don't have certifications to do any kind of coaching. Even though I'm on both sides of the coin, because I do have the certifications to do coaching, and which I do, but I also give leadership to those that don't. And so I asked everybody to give me some topics that they would be willing to do a workshop on. So I got quite a few people that gave me topics. And when I said, great, can I put you down to talk about this thing? They were like, yeah, no, I don't want to talk about it. I was just giving you some suggestions as you asked for. And that's great. But again, you have an opportunity to make a difference. So why not do it? Because again, we are all tied, what did I say, to everything around us. Number 7, is that the last one? Nope, 2 more. Number 7, Developing grit and resilience. So life is unpredictable, and sometimes you have to deal with problems and setbacks that seem impossible to overcome. This is when grit and persistence become important. The ups and downs of life will test our strength instead of breaking us down. When things get tough, you can use these tasks to help you get better. However, you must value them and see your mistakes, come on somebody, as lessons that help you learn how to fight even when things get hard. I'm going to repeat that line one more time because somebody missed it. You must value them and see your mistakes as lessons that help you learn how to fight even when things get hard. Also, see your problems as chances to grow. I am in this whole new mindset, way of thinking situation right now where I see every setback as an opportunity to grow. Now, I know some people may not agree with that, and that's all right, but I do. So if I'm having a setback in my finances, then I use that as an opportunity to grow, because I need to go and look to say, okay, Michelle, if you're bringing in this amount of money every month and you have this amount going out, where can you cut some things? Or where can you add another stream of income to be able to help supplement that? If I have a problem with maybe another individual, thank God I don't, but if I did, I can use that as an opportunity to grow, because I can say, okay, you know what? Let me look at how Michelle deals with individuals. And maybe the way I deal with people is what keeps that problem going. Maybe I need to, instead of being nasty towards them, maybe I need to get quiet and really listen to them and see things from their perspective. Now, I didn't say that they were necessarily right. I'm not saying that. But sometimes you have to really sit back and take off your rose-colored glasses, if you will, and really see people and really hear people. Because here's what I do know. People tell you a lot without telling you a lot. I know you're thinking, say what now? Yeah, people tell you a lot without telling you a lot. So people will tell you how they're really feeling and what's going on in their minds without actually coming out and saying, this is how I feel and this is what's going on in my mind. And you're going to know it based on what they share with you and or don't share with you. But y'all, that's a whole nother video for a whole nother time. Just make sure that you are always willing to see your problems as a chance to grow, because I promise you, no matter what your problem is, you have an opportunity to grow. You just have to be willing to see it. Number 8, last but not least, pursuing excellence. Get rid of digital clutter by unsubscribing from emails that you no longer read and or need. Limit your time on social media, especially if you tend to scroll for hours looking at videos, unless they are things that provide information to help you towards reaching your goal. So if you want to pursue excellence, as we all know, sometimes it takes going back to school. Sometimes it takes getting some books to read up on things, because you're going to have to do some studying. But you can't do any of those things if you're constantly on social media scrolling. And I do know, and I can raise my hand because I've done it myself. I'm not going to necessarily say hours, but I've spent a large amount of time before on TikTok just scrolling through videos, getting my laugh on, because every now and then we do need a good laugh. Okay, let me just keep it real. And so I'm just scrolling through, just looking at video after video after video after video. Some of them make me laugh. Some of them make me think. Some of them are very educational, but that's what I do for maybe 30 minutes or more. And for me, let me just speak for me and me only. It's because I want to take my mind off of everything else that's going on around me and focus only on being in the moment where I can get that good laugh. Excuse me, or where I can learn something new. You know, it just depends. And sometimes I scroll through Facebook, just getting caught up with people. I do admit I'm not on top of keeping up with people's birthdays as I should, because I don't always, I go on Facebook in the morning, but then I may not go back on it until in the evening. But I do spend some time going through just to kind of get caught up with my friends to see what's going on in their world. You know, people are celebrating anniversaries, birthdays, people are getting married, folks have lost loved ones, and I want to make sure I give them my condolences, because I want them to know that, you know, I do care. As you said, sometimes I'm a little late with stuff just because, like I said, I have other things that I need to do. Because one thing that you all, I can tell you all, is that I do have multiple streams of income. Well, let me say this. I have a job, but then I have other streams of income that I'm working on building up. I told you all, what was that, Saturday, that I'm working on starting up my own candle and things business. So I can't tell you what the end things are because I'm not ready to reveal that. But I am working on I've always made candles for myself. And I said, you know what, Michelle, since you love making candles, why not make them and sell them? So I'm getting my candle company started, and I've been doing all weekend a lot of research on fragrance to oil ratio, types of oils, you know, because there's soy, there's so many different types of oils. I mean, that's the waxes, I'm sorry. And, you know, just making sure I know all that I need to do to get my business off the ground and be successful at it. Keeping track of the ingredients that I'm purchasing, so you'll know how much to charge per candle. See, it's not as simple as just saying, okay, I'm going to charge $15 for candle. Well, now some of the bigger stores, they may do it, and that's something completely different. But as a small business, you want to look at how much are you putting out to buy your supplies. And then you factor in the time it's taking you to make those candles. And that's how you can estimate your costs per candles. But inevitably, whatever you want to charge, that's your business. But I think the hardest thing for me is making sure my scents are not too strong and aren't too weak. And you want to get them just right. So actually, when I'm finished this video, like I said, I need to get the trash out because tomorrow's trash day, figure out what I'm going to eat. And then I have 3 candles that I need to make before I go to bed, because I have 2 people and myself that are going to be testers. So one thing that I did learn, I'll say this, is that when you make candles, you want to let them cure for a week or 2 before you give them to people. So in other words, you don't want to make a candle and just go ahead and light it, because all the ingredients, even though the wax is solidified, everything has not had a chance to marinate and cure. You know what I'm saying? So you want to let your candles sit a week or 2 before you light them. And so I am taking what I'm learning and putting it into practice. So that's why I want to get these candles done today, so that not next Monday, but the following Monday, I can get them to the 2 individuals and I can light my own and see what we're working with. So having said that, I will keep you all up to date with that as well. Once they're ready to go out, I will share them with you and then let you know the feedback that I get from those candles, okay? So I said all of that to say, in order to pursue excellence, you've got to cut out anything that's not helping you get closer to your goal. Or as I once heard it, anything that's keeping you away from getting to that thing that you want to achieve, you need to get rid of it. It could be, sometimes it has to be family members. Yes, you love them, but you have to love them from a distance. It can be friends. It can be neighbors. It can be co-workers. Sometimes you may have to leave your job. Come on, somebody, so that you can pursue whatever that goal is that you have, because working where you're working is keeping you from achieving your goal for whatever reason. And so just know that if it's causing you to be able to pursue excellence, it's got to go. Simple as that. And one of the things that I do know, as I talked about digital clutter, is that, I don't know about you guys, but I have a ton of junk mail that I need to just delete. Well, you know what? I realized a lot of it is, I do delete it, but I keep getting it because I haven't taken the time to unsubscribe. And so every now and then, probably once a month, I take the time to actually unsubscribe from those emails so they'll stop coming back, because I'm not reading them and it's just cluttering up my inbox. You understand what I'm saying? So I do need to take time to do that, but I'll probably wait and do that this weekend. That'll be my project for the weekend. But other than that, like I said, get rid of digital clutter. Stay off social media all day. I'm not saying don't go on to your social media platforms. I am saying to, like with YouTube. I'm on YouTube a lot. Why? Because I upload content and I'm checking, my numbers and things like that on YouTube. But I'm also there learning. I'm learning about getting my candle making business off the ground, things that I need. A lot of the stuff I already have. Like I already have a big bag of wax. I have a huge bag of wicks, the wick holders. I have a thermometer. I have a pouring pitcher. I've already got 4 or 5 bottles of essential oils. So I already had all of that stuff, but I have purchased some things to go with that so that I can really do some big things. Because like I said before, it was just about me. Now I'm taking it to a whole nother level. So anyway, and of course I'll keep y'all informed as I get there, but just pursue excellence and get rid of things that cause you not to be able to be excellent at whatever it is you choose to do. Now, having said that, I'm going to bid you all good day. It is still 75 degrees where I am. It's nice out, which is why I had to crack my window. But yeah, I think we got some rain coming the next 3 days, if I'm not mistaken. I heard as I was walking out the door. But go out there, enjoy the rest of your day. No matter where you go, what you do, or who you spend your time with, just do so safely. Have fun, but be safe, okay? If you're new to watch my videos, I want to say welcome. So glad to have you here. I do call conversations every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and Saturday. So make sure you come back on Wednesday where I'll have another motivational topic for you. And matter of fact, if you haven't subscribed to my channel already, what are you waiting for? Hit that subscribe button, tap that bell so you don't miss any notifications when I put out a new video. If this is not your first rodeo, I want to say welcome back. Y'all know I miss you and I don't get a chance to see you. I love you all to the moon and back. You know the drill, you know the spiel. There is nothing, and I mean absolutely nothing, that you can ever do about it, because that will never change. I love you all. I want nothing but the best for you. And this is why I take time out of my busy schedule 4 times a week to do motivational videos, because, hey, how you doing? Because I want to motivate you all to be the best you that you can possibly be. Somebody somewhere is counting on you to do what you said you were going to do. And that's why I will never be okay with allowing you to give up on yourself. Don't you do it. Don't you do it. Because you're better than that. Okay? Love you all. We'll talk again on Wednesday.